If sanction will be launched, sanction will be more tough, and if US will sell high-tech weapon to European country and European country give it to Ukraine to fight with Russia, yes, I do believe that Putin must change their habits and their activity due to Russia. It's a tyrannic country with very short possibility to act, with very small possibility to be effective. And yes, then Western world will be united against this enemy. We will win together. We do have this perspective.
Now, President Trump, on that visit to Scotland, made clear his exasperation with President Putin, where he presented a new, shorter deadline for Russia to agree to a ceasefire over the war in Ukraine of 10 or 12 days. President Zelensky of Ukraine said this was extremely significant. But since then, there have been serious attacks by the Russians, left about 25 people dead across Ukraine overnight last night. Earlier, I spoke to Yaroslav Yurchyshyn, who's a Ukrainian MP from the Holos party, and I began by asking him what he made of Donald Trump's new deadline to Russia's President Putin.
We're waiting for when Trump say tomorrow, because we do understand that Russia not stop their acting as they act previously. And it's good that Trump began to understand that Russia is a totalitarian state with whom it's impossible to have negotiation. The only way that Russia can hurt it's talking with strength, to using weapon to stop Russia, to use sanction. So yes, for us it's like move forward. For previous Trump's announced about 50 days, we have joked that time in Ukraine moving faster because 5 days ceasing to 2 weeks. But we waiting for tomorrow. We waiting that Trump understand that Putin is a military crime man who just want to kill as many Ukrainians as he can. And yes, sanction can work.
And the Kremlin has just dismissed this latest deadline from President Trump. Do you think it's going to make any difference?
I think no. And we just will wait, but I hope not 10 days, but several days. And next full-scale attacks will be on Ukrainian peaceful cities. And after that, after many of dies, Trump understands that in situation of Russia occupation Ukraine, Russia is evil with whom impossible to negotiate till the evil will be punished, because appeasing of evil lets evil to achieve their goals.
Do you believe that President Trump will, though, carry out this threat, that he will actually impose tough sanctions, secondary sanctions, that could possibly make a difference to Russia?
Yes, we know that could be, and we hope that it can be a process of understanding. And we remember starting of Trump's term with all this accusation on both sides. But when we're talking about rapist and his who was raped, it's impossible to have a peaceful negotiation. Due to that, yes, we believe that Trump now more closer to reality than he was on the beginning of his term.
Will any of this, though, make any difference to President Putin? After all, Russia has faced increasing sanctions over the last 2-3 years, and it has not stopped the war. Today, President Putin's people are making it clear that they intend to continue with what they still call this special military operation, even if President Trump does carry out his threat. Do you think that it will make any difference to President Putin's behaviour?
Yes, of course. If sanction will be launched, sanction will be more tough, and if US will sell high-tech weapon to European country and European country give it to Ukraine to fight with Russia, yes, I do believe that Putin must change their habits and their activity due to Russia. It's a tyrannic country with very short possibility to act, with very small possibility to be effective. And yes, then Western world will be united against this enemy. We will win together. We do have this perspective.
And yet we hear that actually there is a loss of morale, that many Ukrainians no longer want to continue this war, that there are shortages of people who are still prepared to fight.
It's not true, because when we see how long Ukrainians are in fighting, a lot of Western analytics and generals said that if we stop Putin near the Dnieper River, when we will fight for only part of Ukrainian country, still after the beginning of full-scale aggression, on the 11 years of war, we fighting on Donbas, Zaporizhia, and not less than 19% of our territory occupied by second largest army in the world. Due to that, it's not true that Ukraine don't have sources for resistance, don't have people. In any European country, it will be more harder to find people who are ready to fight for their country. And last social data show that yes, Ukraine. It's a happy that Russia taking not Baltic country, not Nordic country, but Ukraine. It's a good for Western world, because we are ready to fight, but we do need help from the Western world. And yes, a crucial role of President Trump, not because of President Trump, because he is the leader of one of the biggest democracy in the world and with higher resources what we have. But if even one time when US stop their military help, we still fighting. Due to that, we will fight as long as we can. But we do believe that democracy can be united, not only terroristic totalitarian country be united, because Russia fighting with Chinese drones, with North Korean soldiers, with Iran drones, and so on. Due to that, we do waiting for help from our Western alliance, but we will fighting till we can.
Well, that was the Ukrainian MP Yaroslav Yurchyshyn speaking to me just a little earlier here on Times Radio.